Head back to spring of 2012 and think about what the hell you were doing. Maybe you were watching Gangnam Style for the 44th time that week, or tuning in to a new episode of the Clone Wars. Or maybe you were playing outside like a loser. Well, I was watching what was probably the weirdest TV channel to ever air on cable. Oh yeah, we're talking about this today. HBO Family is, of course, the kids channel for HBO. HBO did have two other attempts like Take-Two and Festival, but HBO Family was the main success and is still running to this day. I was finishing up preschool and also doing baseball practice around the time I watched this. And out of the three activities, this is the only one I actually enjoyed, but all of since faded into vague memory in which you can't discern fact from fiction, no matter how hard you rack your brain, just fading away into the endless void that is the human mind. Not helped by the fact that most content pre-2017 is pretty hard to come by. Almost as if they don't want us to know it exists. Right, that's enough game theory, on to the shows. A Little Curious is an animated educational show.
Starring Mop, Mr. String, the Shoe Family, Doris the Door, Little Cup, Lush, Pad and Pencil, and me, Bob the Ball.
As they get up to various shenanigans of what is very likely the background to Windows XP. The episodes are about learning the definitions of 3 words, by using them in context in several skits that are either animated in 3D, 2D, or stop motion. And out of the 3, guess which one aged the least well? Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, this show was animated in the late 90s, which makes it forgivable somewhat, but I'm very uncomfortable. Moving on. Herald and the Purple Crayon is an animated show based off of the book by Crockett Johnson. The show follows the titular Herald as he draws various things with his purple crayon and gets up to various shenanigans. The show overall gets kinda surreal, with you getting lost in all the music and stuff provided by the song composer. However, it's still a pretty charming show, with you just getting lost in whatever the hell the kid's drawing with his purple crayon. And just seeing this kid's imagination run wild with just a singular purple crayon just really brings you back to your childhood where you make the most out of literally anything. Although there is one thing I've always questioned. If Herald has the ability to create living, breathing creatures, does that technically mean he's God? I know this is probably all in his head, but like, how do we know that? How do we know that we're not just all creations of the purple crayon ready to be erased by the end of the episode? I'm probably thinking too deep into this, moving on. Now, Crashbox is the entire reason I made this video, mainly because it has such a unique concept. Wait, what? Wait, hold on, what's going on? Guys, what's going on? Guys!
Uh-oh. Oh, that's just great. Megabytes, terabytes, downbytes, gigabytes.
Anyways, Crashbox is an animated program in which you have to complete a bunch of mini-games that both test out your knowledge and your memory. The entire show takes place inside of a computer with a factory-like environment that overall makes the show look really unique. It makes for a fun way of connecting all the minigames together. The amount of minigames here are too many to count, so I'll be going over them in a brief lightning round. Distraction news, where you try to retain as much information as possible and try not to get distracted. Booper Scoop, a true or false about the animal kingdom. Captain Boats, where a dead pirate insults you for not being able to solve a simple math problem. Psycho Math, another math game except they use pictures instead of numbers and you have to figure out the equation based on that. Haunted House Party, a Guess Who and Dead Celebrities. Think Tank, where you, oh my god, that did not age well. Mugshots, where you try to figure out who's guilty and who's not by what knowledge they know. Radio Scramble, where a radio station, someone manages to scramble up words and you have to unscramble them. Sketchpad, a riddle game where a guy shows you incomplete sketches of a sketchbook and you have to piece together what's actually going on. Here we are, a game where you have to figure out what location they're talking about based on the noises they're making. Eddie Bowl, where you have to figure out which animal decided to commit vor and eat the titular Eddie Bowl. Riddle Snake, another game about riddles. Word Shake, a game where you have to guess which word they're talking about by combining the 2 other words given to you. And of course,
Revolting Slob.
Revolting Slob was the epitome of my nightmares as a kid. Just look at his appearance, he looks like Big Q from Arthur after horrible times fell on him. So apparently the goal of this game is to try and guess which vocabulary words relate to what he's doing. I don't know, I just can't get over that face, man. Every time his face would appear on screen, I always run away from the TV. I even had nightmares of this thing attacking me while I was young. So after that, HBO Family just kind of went away for a bit. I don't know if my parents lost a subscription to it or whatever. And you know, despite this thing taking up a small percentage of my brain, I can still appreciate it and all the shows it had, and respect it for what it was trying to do at the time. Except for the revolting slob, I still hate that. Anyways, this is Liam Caden, and that's about it.